Hey, this is Debbie with Cultural Alignment Solutions, and welcome to this week's The Expansion Factor. I am super excited to have with us today Donna Giarratana. Did I say your name right?
That's
I love
great.
your
Yes.
last name.
Thank you.
Yay. She owns MoxeeHR. You're going to hear all about that. And we are actually going to really talk about what Moxee is doing to bring expansion into the world, how she brings herself fully into it. And I'm super happy to learn about everything that you do, Donna.
Thank you.
So share with us, first of all, right off the bat with MoxeeHR, what are the products, what are the services, what are those things that you do when people experience you?
Sure. So I love to do leadership development. I am Berkman certified. So we do personality direction and then leadership coaching versus and communications from there. I also help with HR auditing and solutions for that. I've been in the hospitality industry for pretty much all of my career, but I do support small business and nonprofits as well at this point. Very exciting to be able to kind of branch out and help organizations that may not know what they need to be able to be that solution to bridge those gaps. Yeah.
When did you choose, hey, this is going to be my career? This is
How
what I
about
want to do.
November of 2024?
Really? Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. All right. So tell me more. What brought you to that moment?
I believe so. I always coach and talk to everybody in all of my career to say that you need to take care of yourself first. And to be able to pour into HR and into any kind of leadership position, you have to make sure that you are at least 85 to 90 to 95%. And I felt at that point that I was not in November, October. I felt that I wasn't giving my all. So I made a decision. I basically told my stepmom to tell my dad that I was actually resigning and that I didn't have a job to step into, that I was going to try to do this on my own because I've really wanted to do this pretty much all of my career. I wanted to try something new and different and, really make a difference in the world outside of what I was already doing. So, end of October, put in my resignation and took about a month and a half off. And when I mean off, I mean trying to like underneath the bubblings of putting things together and LLCing my company and all of that. But then I really took time to decompress and to find out what matters in life and spend time with my kitties and my dog and just be who I am and kind of reconnect. It was some of the best time of my whole life because I got to reconnect with the people that I care about and my friends and going out and doing the things that really built me up. So, and then I recognized that, eventually something's going to have to come from this. So January, I decided that that was the time. And I reached out to some people that I knew and some connections and made my website and did all of the groundwork for it. And it has been wonderful. The clients that I've had have really they built me up. I've learned a lot from them, just like I'm supporting, as they go along and asking questions. So it was scary. But you had talked about Moxie HR as courage. Moxie means courage. And really, I felt like that was my courageous move. This is something that gives me, well, not only the power to be able to find my way, but what's the next step in life. So yeah.
All right, so I want you to take that. That brings me to a thought, and I always like to ask people this. If you were
Sure.
to go back, because obviously to be where you are, you've been on a journey. That's what expansion's all about, right? We
Yes.
expand and we become who we are. If you could sum your journey up to this moment of expansion that you're in, with one word, what might that word be?
I say courage, and I know that I just used that a couple of times, but
Yeah.
in my career and hospitality specifically, there is a lot of moving pieces and there's a lot of, I call it the island of misfit toys. And I am Charlie in the box, if you will. I
Yes.
love that. I love being that glue and the connection between people in that. I started as a host in the restaurant industry and basically just worked through all the positions. And when I finally stepped into the positions in the HR actual pathway, it kind of opened up to say that's really where I need to be. I could support two people, which I was an executive assistant, or I could support 2,000 people, which gave me really the groundwork to who I am. So,
Yeah.
courage in all things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were sharing earlier that it was some fan like your mom to tell your stepdad, what did you do before you did this? I was like, what?
So
Back up a little bit.
Yeah. So I have, again, I've been in the hospitality industry. I worked for Jose Andres Group for 7.5 years. I worked for the Inn at Little Washington as the director of HR at that property out in Washington, Virginia. Thompson Hospitality, Silver Diner. Those are my family. I mean, I'm still connected to many of them. So there's obviously with the wave of COVID and with the recession and with all of the impacts to the not only the workforce but the leadership teams there. It has been, it is. I feel responsible to help them, and all of the
Yeah.
moving pieces that go with that. The last location or company that I was with was Alexandria Restaurant Partners, which is based in Alexandria, Virginia. Wonderful group of people. They were a kind of a segue in to say, okay, I think I'm ready now to be able to step into my own company and try this on my own. So that's where I'm at.
Yay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, because you and I have a lot of similar when it comes to that hospitality world, what do you find in that world is most rewarding for you when you see the moment of change for them? What is that?
I think they all, and especially in all the different levels and expectations of the locations and the places that I've worked, they
Mhm.
just want to do and be and make a difference in other people's lives.
Mhm.
And if I can give them the resources for themselves to be able to do such thing, I feel like it's a reverb. And when you say expansion, I think like with these people, they're expanding out into the world.
Yeah.
If I can touch, and make sure that they have their health benefits taken care of, and that I can make sure that if they decide to have a baby and make more babies to help our, to industry and all
Hmm.
of that, like what can I do to support that? And then obviously within the business, the compliance side of that to making sure that the business sees all of the missing pieces of
Yeah.
the compliance world that they have. But also in my brain, I say, and people will tell you, people that I've worked with in the past say I sort of lean towards the employee. In my brain, I say if I lean a little bit towards the employee, I really am leaning towards the company too, because without them, the company wouldn't be who they are. So, you need those individuals and those not just for the skills and the talent, but there's a different type of a person that works in hospitality, I believe, in
Yep.
my opinion. And they need that drive and they need that skill of being human.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
if I go out to eat, I have obviously expectations of what I want to encounter while I'm there. And obviously we have good days and bad days, but if there are interacting things that go along in their brain, they may not be able to provide the service that they are used to. So I'm there to help that. That's really where I'm at. Yeah.
And I can feel your energy. You truly do have an energy of
Thank you.
compassion for
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I don't think people, the hospitality industry got all three of my children through
Mhm.
college. One left an engineering degree to get a hospitality degree. Right. So
Mhm.
still in it today, has three, four concepts himself. I know, crazy, right?
Awesome.
My daughter, during her stint through college, married a hospitality. So
Mm.
it's very ingrained in our world. And then my other two children, all in it, and then my stepdaughter and my stepson. So we have a lot. And I will tell you, it is a very different heart call. And people, I don't think that aren't associated with that industry understand that call because it's a deep level of service that goes really, really, really deep. It's not just a job.
Agreed. And also, I believe that everybody in the world should have some sort of a hospitality position before they go into anything else, right? They
I
say that a
agree.
lot, but if you don't know, you don't know. If you don't get it, you don't
Yeah.
get it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
That is so, so, so true because you have to interact with so many different levels of people and attitudes
Yeah,
and
that's right.
perceptions and
That's right.
expectations and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So I want you to take a moment and share with us what makes working with you unique, right?
Mhm.
What is your differentiator when someone comes and chooses you? What are they choosing?
Sure. So I pride myself on being positive, and we are going to work through it and figure it out. And it's the some of the situations I've worked through I-9 audits, I've worked through employee relations issues. I do, the leadership training and all of that. at the end of the day, it's building people up and getting them to the next step. So for me, it's making sure that it's not just ends to the mean. I really want to make sure that it is all encompassing. So when I present leadership training, there's also a takeaway that goes with that, so that the company, because or the organization that's asking me to help, I don't want it to be like, okay, we did this and now you all have the information and all that. There should be other steps that come along with that so that when I am still there, but not there, that they can actually use it as a tool. And perhaps they could use it moving forward. So if the leadership trainers or whatever aspect that I have given them the tools for, that they could give it to other individuals and hopefully to grow it from the company. So positivity, and giving as much information, and it's not a one and done for me. All of these individuals and clients that I have worked with and partnered with, we really have made it the foundation. So, in the future, if there's something that they need, I'm always here to help them. But also, at the end of the day, it's about them being successful and their people being successful. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. Very, very good. Well, what I would like to do, I want to, it's so we started with a word,
Yes.
right? And so
Yes.
I always like to wrap up with, I have this stack of cards
Okay.
and they're just called Be with Words cards. And I'm
Okay.
just going to randomly pick a word. So whatever it is, you get to speak to it. You get to tell us how it shows up. Yeah, breathe it
Okay.
in. So matter of fact, I'll just go till you tell me to stop
And now.
right here.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. Here you go. Relaxed.
I love it. Relaxed. Mm. I think so. Relaxed to me means being with things and people and events and volunteering and all of the things that really make you who you are. So kind of slowing down a little bit, taking opportunity to really, and it kind of circles back to the beginning of our conversation to say, I took that time to relax. I took that time to sort of be within myself and understand my purpose, my goals, who I want to be, how I want to expand, what my next step is, but also for everybody, for any other individual, relaxed sort of in my brain means take a moment, slow down a little bit and really just enjoy life. I mean, that's where I'm at.
Take
Yeah.
that pause, right?
Yes. And you clearly I get excited. So relaxing is very important. You got to take it, you really have to make it intentional.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I absolutely love your energy. I can
Thank
feel
you.
it. It comes
Thank you.
through. I love the energy that you bring. And I just appreciate so much this conversation. Is there anything else you would like to share, like with our listeners, or anything that you would like to say about you?
No, I thank you for your time. I know that
Yeah,
it's special to be here and I'm sorry I didn't get to meet you in person, but I hope that in one day we'll be able to connect and
we will. We will.
yeah.
How can people reach you? What's the information? I know I'm going to drop the links and everybody in, but what's the best way they can reach you?
Sure. So email address is Donna@moxeehr.com. So it's
Okay.
Donna at moxeehr.com. Moxie with EE is for employee experience. So
Oh,
different.
I
Yes.
love that. I love the value that you put on meanings of words and things like that. So,
Yeah.
well, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you, Debbie.